I'm Sierra, 34 years old, standing at the back of a funeral home in Portland, Oregon, clutching a white lily while the family who raised me acts like I'm invisible. My mother walks past without a glance, dabbing fake tears with her monogrammed handkerchief. My father won't even look my way. My two brothers accept condolences like celebrities while I'm treated as a stranger at my own grandfather's funeral. He was the only person who ever showed me kindness in that house. I stand there watching this performance, not knowing that in the next 5 minutes, a stranger will tell me something that destroys everything I thought I knew about my life. Hook 1. What if the family you thought was yours had been hiding a dark secret all along? Drop your location in the comments and hit subscribe because what happened next changed everything. Let me take you back to where this nightmare began. I was 4 years old when I came to live with the Preston family here in Portland. At least that's what they always told me. The truth, I have almost no memories before that day. Just tiny fragments that flash through my mind sometimes. A woman's laugh, the smell of cinnamon cookies, a blue toy truck I loved. Nothing solid, nothing real. From my very first day in that house, I was different. While my brothers Matthew and James had beautiful bedrooms with new furniture and the latest toys, I slept in what was basically a glorified closet, a tiny room with a mattress that sagged in the middle. While they got brand new clothes every season, I wore hand-me-downs from cousins I'd never even met. While they had birthday parties with themes and professional entertainers, I got a store-bought cupcake if anyone remembered at all. Sierra, wash the dishes. Sierra, fold the laundry. Sierra, why can't you be more grateful for everything we've done for you? That was my childhood in 3 sentences. Being reminded every single day that I was Charity, a burden, the unpaid cleaning lady who should be thankful she had a roof over her head. Hook 2. But what if that roof was built on a lie that would shatter your world forever? Only Grandpa Walter saw me as a real person. He'd slip me books when no one was looking, teach me chess during his visits, wink at me across the dinner table when Patricia complained about my mediocre grades or messy hair. "You've got fire in you, kiddo," he'd whisper when we were alone. "Don't let them put it out." I left the day after my 21st birthday. No dramatic exit, no tearful goodbye. I simply packed my few belongings while everyone was at one of James' football games and walked out that door forever. I got a job cleaning hotel rooms, rented a tiny room in a house with 5 other people, and started taking community college classes at night. For 13 years, I built my life brick by brick. Got my business degree while working full-time. Saved every single penny. Opened a small bakery that grew into a neighborhood favorite here in Southeast Portland. I made my own family from friends who chose me, who celebrated my wins and held me through my losses. I only saw the Prestons once during those 13 years. Ran into Patricia at a Whole Foods in the Pearl District. She looked me up and down with that familiar expression of disgust and said, "Still cleaning up after people, I see." I didn't correct her. Let her think I was still a maid. Her opinion had stopped mattering to me long ago. Then last week, I got the call from a lawyer. Grandpa Walter had died at 89. Against every instinct telling me to stay away, I decided to go to the funeral. Not for them, for him. For the one person who made my childhood bearable. So here I stand in a simple black dress that cost more than my monthly food budget as a college student, watching the family who never wanted me pretend to grieve. I'm about to leave when an elderly woman with white hair pulled back in a neat bun approaches me. She looks nervous, glancing around like she's about to commit a crime. "Sierra Preston," she asks quietly. "Just Sierra," I correct automatically. I dropped their last name the day I left. She pulls me behind a large floral arrangement and reaches into her purse with trembling hands. "I've waited 30 years for this moment," she whispers. "My name is Edith Mercer. I worked at Sunshine Adoption Services in 1994. My stomach drops. "You were never adopted, Sierra. You were stolen." The word stolen echoes in my head like a gunshot. I almost laugh because it sounds so absurd, so impossible. But Edith Mercer looks at me with such raw honesty that the laugh dies in my throat. She presses a yellowed envelope into my hands. The papers were forged. I helped forge them. It's the greatest sin of my life. Inside the envelope are documents that change everything. A birth certificate with my real name, Sierra Wilson. A missing child report from Seattle, Washington. Photos of a smiling toddler who looks exactly like me. And a newspaper clipping from 1994, tech millionaire's daughter kidnapped from backyard. The reward for information, $500,000. Edith tells me the story in hushed tones. Richard and Patricia Preston were desperate for a child after 2 miscarriages. They paid her $10,000 to forge adoption papers for a kidnapped girl. They raised me as their own, but never with love. Always as an outsider. Because deep down, they knew I wasn't theirs. Edith had kept the evidence all these years, waiting for the right moment. Grandpa Walter's death gave her the courage to come forward. She hands me a business card for a lawyer in Seattle. Call him. He'll help you find your real family. Then she's gone, disappearing into the crowd. I leave the funeral in a daze. Drive back to my bakery. Sit in the dark kitchen for hours, staring at the documents. The next morning, I call the lawyer. His name is Daniel Hartman. He listens to my story without interruption. Then he says 4 words that tilt my world. We can prove it. 3 days later, I'm in his Seattle office. He shows me more evidence. DNA tests Edith provided, bank records of the payoff, and photos of my real parents, Benjamin and Claire Wilson. Founders of Wilson Tech, a successful software company. They never stopped looking for me. Never had more children. Spent millions on private investigators over the years. The reward still stands, increased to $1 million after 20 years. Daniel arranges a meeting. That evening, I sit in a quiet coffee shop near Pike Place Market. When Benjamin and Claire walk in, I know them immediately. Claire's eyes, the same shape as mine. Benjamin's gentle smile. They approach slowly, like I'm a wild animal who might run. Sierra? Claire whispers. I nod, tears already falling. They wrap me in their arms, and for the first time in 30 years, I feel like I've come home. We talk for hours. They tell me about the day I disappeared. Playing in the backyard one moment, gone the next. The endless searches. The false leads. The pain that never faded. They ask about my life. I tell them the truth. The neglect. The loneliness. The strength I built from nothing. They cry with me. Apologize for not finding me sooner. Promise to make up for lost time. The Prestons are arrested that night. Charged with kidnapping, child endangerment, fraud. Their perfect world crumbles in hours. Matthew and James call me, shocked, confused. They had no idea. Thought I was adopted legally. They apologize for how they treated me. Promise to testify if needed. Patricia and Richard deny everything at first. But the evidence is overwhelming. Edith's testimony seals it. Back in Seattle, I spend days with Benjamin and Claire, learning about my heritage. Meeting aunts, uncles, cousins who never stopped hoping. Seeing the room they kept for me. A shrine to the daughter they lost. Photos, toys, clothes bought for every birthday I missed. The blue toy truck. My favorite as a toddler. They kept it all these years. Claire bakes cinnamon cookies. The smell unlocks memories I thought were dreams. Benjamin teaches me about the family business. Offers me a place if I want it. No pressure. Just opportunity. I decide to sell my Portland bakery. Move to Seattle. Start fresh. But first, justice. The trial is swift. Richard and Patricia are convicted. Sentenced to 25 years each. As they're led away, Patricia spits at me. You ruined our family. No, I say quietly. You stole mine. Life now is a beautiful chaos. I work with Benjamin at Wilson Tech. Learning software development. Combining it with my baking passion. Creating an app for small bakeries. Claire and I bake together every Sunday. Recreating recipes from my childhood. My real childhood. The reward money, plus interest, is mine. I use some to buy a cozy house in Queen Anne. The rest goes to charity for kidnapped children. Edith Mercer becomes a friend. We meet for coffee monthly. She's found peace in her confession. Matthew and James visit sometimes. We're building a relationship. Slowly. Carefully. Not as siblings, but as something new. 1 year later, I'm walking down the aisle in a simple white dress. My groom, a kind software engineer I met at work. Benjamin walks me down the aisle. Claire beams from the front row. The Prestons rot in prison. Their house sold. Their name tarnished. And me? I'm free. I'm loved. I'm home. If this story touched you, share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories of strength, family, and finding your way.